Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone for teaching us its truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. And this is Brother Nabala back with another lesson. All right, and I'm fresh off the plantation, working long hours, man, doing the best I could to stay diligent, in this truth. All right, putting forth the effort, man, to the best of my ability. All right, so I got this article here. It says the Ring of Fire solar eclipse coming October 14th will be the last one until 2039. All right, so you get into the book, of Luke. The book of Luke. It tells us, and shows us the book of Acts. That the Lord, is going to show these signs, before, his return. All right. And the Lord is showing all kinds of signs, man, in the heavens. He's showing us these different signs, man, of his return. All right. So I'm not going to read, the whole thing. I'm just going to read, a couple paragraphs, just so you guys get a feel, of what's going on. It says, next month, millions of people in North and South America will be able to see a special type of eclipse. It says if the local weather is clear, no known as the Ring of Fire. It says a solar eclipse occurs when the moon's orbit puts it between the Earth and the Sun, but does not completely block the face of the Sun like a lunar eclipse, because the moon is further away from Earth. On average, it appears smaller than the Sun, creating a ring of fire effect in the sky, according to NASA. All right, so you know, um, this is just a sign in the heavens, man. From Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, that he's gonna make his return, man. And you know, uh, this is how we measure the times, man. We measure the times, through these scriptures, and the things that are going on. We compare them to the scriptures, man. That's how you know the times that we're in. And obviously, this is something that doesn't happen. This is something that doesn't happen, very often. All right, and it says, it's not going to happen again until 2039, all right? And from what I heard and what I'm hearing, is that this this certain eclipse that's going to happen, October 14th is going to affect people in Texas. It's going to affect the power grids, from what I've read, from my knowledge, okay? And these are just some of the signs, many of the signs that the Lord is showing, many of the tokens that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, is showing, man. He's showing that, we're in the end, we're in the end times, man. All right. So let's go here to Acts 2 and 19. It says, and I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire, vapor, and vapor smoke. All right, so and the Lord is definitely showing these different type of wonders, man. In the heavens, He's showing signs of the earth, man. We've been having various blood moons. We've been having all kinds of these different signs, man, like fires, earthquakes, floods, man. It's just today recently, man, a bad flood in New York, man. You had a earthquake in Morocco, that killed biblical proportions of people. You know, uh, many fires going on, all throughout Canada, all throughout the United States, man. That's giving bad air quality, you know. And so, the Lord is definitely, showing us these signs, man. He's showing us, the signs above in the heavens, man, with the chariots, with all these different type of eclipse, these, these different signs, man. That the Lord is about to make His return, man. So we're definitely at the end. We're at the end times right now, man. You know, uh, this is let's get Luke. It says, Luke 21 and 25, and it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth stress of nations with perplexity. And it says the sea and the waves roaring. All right, so the Lord, He's showing us these signs in the sun. He's showing us these signs in the moon and in the stars. And He's showing us all the different, distress of the nations all around the world, man. all around the world, man. You got people, having riots and chaos, due to the, the different aspects, that's going on around the world, due to, you know, maybe certain decrees, food shortages, you know, um, maybe maybe you got people getting upset about certain laws that are being passed in their country, and you got people getting upset and causing riots about not be able to get their money out the bank and things like that, man. So it's definitely a lot of distress in these nations, man. A lot of confusion going around, man. Because these people don't understand what's going on. They don't understand why these things are going on, man. And so that's why Yahweh Shem Shai, bless us with the eyesight to see the things that are going on in this world, to notice the times that we're in. All right, it says men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on earth. Okay, and what's coming on this earth? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, he's going to make his second coming. He's going to make his return on this earth. And when that happens, man, a lot of people are going to be in such fear, such shock, man. People are going to end up, dying from having heart attacks, man. People are just going to fall out, from fear, from the things and the power that Yahweh Shai is about to bring here on this earth, man. All right. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and with great glory. All right. So the Lord's going to come with that power and great glory, man. And everybody's going to wail, man. People are going to glorify Yahweh Shai when he comes, and that great cloud represents, that chariot, man. That he's going to, be descending from, that he's going to be coming out of. It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. You see, you know, and these are the signs and the tokens that the Lord has given us, man. We're getting closer, to the Lord redeeming us, man. We're getting closer to the Lord, uh, to the redemption, of the Lord, redeeming His people, man. And who are His people? His people are the Israelites, man. And there's a certain group of Israelites, that He's talking about, man. He's talking about the elect. All right, so you got Israel, that's the elect nation, but then you got the elect within the nation of Israel, man. All right, and that's the 144,000 men, and the 1/3, the men, women, and children, they're going to be delivered, in these last days, man. So Yahweh Shema Shah is definitely, showing us these signs, man. That his return is near, it's nigh, man. All right. Um, we got a lot of things going on. You got what October, um, what is it? October 4th. Supposed to be that test. Going on. The I don't know what kind of test, nuclear test or whatever it's supposed to be, but at the same time, you got the Vatican. People. You got the Pope talking at the Vatican. On that day as well. And October 1st is supposed to be, a government shutdown, but and then you got all these different distractions. You got Esau, this devil trying to distract people from what's really going on. Coming out with the whole Tupac thing. How they found Tupac's killer, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Distracting you with these football games and these boxing events coming on, man. We're getting close. We're getting close. To the deliverance, man. And right now is not the time. To be sleep. Right now is not time to get caught lacking. All right, because these things, man, they're gonna come upon people, man, and people ain't gonna have no idea what the hell is about to happen. People have no idea, what's about to come. We're damn near in the midst, of World War III. Matter of fact, I got a video that I wanted to show too as well. All right, and it gets in, to how Putin, he signed a decree, for the draft. All right, and we know that if that draft is happening, and they're getting ready for war, we know that that draft is coming here to America, man. All right. So um, let me get that video I got right here. So let me get this, and you see the title. It says, "Emergency alert: Russia to draft 130,000. Ukraine urges civilians in Crimea to leave." All right, so I'm gonna play this. Just about a minute or so, a couple minutes, so you guys can see and hear, what this guy's talking about. All right, and this is NY Prepper, so you guys could check him out. I originally got this from the brothers. What is it? Saints of Jersey too. Those some real good brothers right there, man. You guys subscribe to the page. They're really informative. Them brothers. The Lord is definitely dealing with them, man. They give very informative information. Dealing with prophecy, man. And so they're always getting into prophecy. So if you brothers want to subscribe to them, man, go and check out the channel. It's called Saints of Jerseys too. All right, so.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Friday, September 29th, 2023, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. We have some major breaking news coming in this morning. Apparently, the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, has signed a decree on compulsory conscription of up to 130,000 people starting in the fall time. Okay, so Russia is going to be drafting another 130,000 soldiers this fall, okay, which is a lot lower than Ukraine estimated. Ukraine estimated between 500 and 700,000, but Ukraine was right on the timing. If you remember when I did that video about a month ago, I broke the news that Russia was going to draft up to 750,000 troops at the end of September. So now we're hearing about 130,000 soldiers to be drafted. Okay, and here's a copy of that decree signed by Vladimir Putin. So if you want to take a screenshot and use Google Lens to translate this, go ahead and do that now. But we also have some major breaking news.
All right, so I'm just gonna end it there. So that's basically a decree, of Vladimir Putin, that he signed, to draft 130,000, Russians, to get ready for war. All right, so we see here, man, Russia's not playing around. Russia's not playing games. And if Russia, is gonna go through this draft, guess what? America's gonna go through the draft too. And the scriptures speak of this draft that's gonna happen. All right. It speaks about how the virgins, aren't gonna have any bridegrooms. How the women are gonna be mourning in that time. All right, so let's get that. Let's start with Second Ezra 16 and 33. It said, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." All right, so these it's not virgins in the sense of these women being pure today, because none of these women are pure today. This is this going into the women, how they're gonna mourn, in that time. Why are they gonna mourn in that time? It says Second Ezra 16:34, in the wars shall the bridegrooms be destroyed. You see, and the scriptures talks about this, man. Many people that are gonna get drafted, these 2/3 are gonna get drafted, into this war. They're not gonna come back, man. The people that are in the military, they're not gonna come back. And there's gonna be a shortage of men, because that these women outnumber these men. All right, women outnumber men on this earth, man. And so you know, these women are going to be lamenting over these men. They're going to be lamenting, over their husbands. They're going to be mourning over their husbands and their helpers, man. Being killed in this war. A lot of bloodshed is about to happen, man. And that's just another sign right there that we're getting closer to Yahweh Shemau Shai, making his return. And it says, "And their husbands shall perish of famine." And I would just and heard, I was listening earlier, to some, news, and they were talking about how the people in Ukraine, um, the people in the war, man, people were dying by the thousands, man, out in Ukraine, a day, and there were people out there, being injured, dying from disease, dying from, being hungry, dying from injuries, wounds, all right? And so, when this war happens, man, it's definitely going to surpass, Salak is everything in the past, surpass, the amount of deaths, that's happened in Ukraine, when America goes to war with Russia and China, all right? When this draft happens, not only men are going to go, but women as well, all right? But a lot of men are going to die in this war, coming up, World War III during this draft. Let's get this. Um, this is Ezekiel 7. It says, moreover, the world, the world, the word of the Lord came to me saying also, thou the son of man, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, to the land of Israel. At the end is come unto the four corners of the land. All right, and this is talking about, not in the sense the land of Israel, because we're not in our homeland, but we're talking about the people Israel. All right, and it says, and the end is come. All right, and you ask yourself, what end is it talking about? All right, so we're going to go here to Matthew 24. And it says, this is when the disciples asked Yahweh Shai, what will be the signs of the end? And it says, as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, tell us, what shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? All right. And you get into this word, world, it gets into the word eon, I believe. Ion, eon. All right. Which means, the end of the age. Okay, and so, what age are we coming to an end? All right, so let's get that. Second Ezra 6 and 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we're coming to the end of the age of Esau's world. We're coming to the end of Esau's world, and Jacob is going to be the next one up, the next one ruling. All right. So, Jacob, when Yahweh Bashim Shai comes and cracks these clouds, man, Yahweh Shemel Shai he's gonna take back what's his, because the Lord, made you know made this world, for his sakes, and for the sakes of his elect, you know. And so Yahweh Shemel Shai is gonna come back and take back what's his, and we're gonna get back that birthright, man. That birthright, is going to be given back unto us, through the power, of Yahweh Bashim Shai. He's going to give us back that birthright, man. That birthright of being rulers on this earth. We're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Bashim Shai. We're going to rule this earth with Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right. So let's finish this Ezekiel 7, and then um I'll finish it off with Ezekiel 7 down to 5, and that'll be it, and I'll close out. It says also, you're also the Son of Man, that said the Lord unto the land of Israel, and in the end is come upon the four corners of the land. It says, now is the end upon you, and I will send my anger upon you, and will judge you according to your ways, and will recompense you all thine abominations. See, and that goes for, it's 2/3, the ones that chose not to repent, the one that chose to scoff and mock, the prophets, to use and abuse the prophets, man. That's who this is talking about, man. Those 2/3, the Lord is gonna, repay them, according to their ways, man, according to their wickedness. It says, and my eyes shall not spare you, neither will I have pity, and will I you, recompense, neither will recompense your ways upon you, and thy abominations shall be in the midst of you, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Verse 5, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. And that's what's coming upon this place, man. Evils and only evils, man. People. the iniquity finna abound. Iniquity finna get worse. The sin on this place is finna get worse. All right, and uh, uh, people are gonna wax worse and wax worse. And wax cold, man. And people are gonna start to get more violent. Things on this earth are gonna start getting more violent, man. All right. Uh, damn. Let me get this. Let me. What was it? No, I don't think. No, that's good. Let me see. Let me finish this. No, that's not it. That was the first that I wanted to select. Yeah. That's it right there. But yeah, man. So I just kind of wanted to go over that. Kind of just warn the flock. To the best of my ability. Um. Yeah, man. So this is brother Nabala, and I'm back with another lesson. Once again, and I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, the great millstone, for teaching me this truth and our righteousness, truth, and sincerity. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And this is brother Nabala. To the next lesson. Shalom, shalom.